Okay, well, I've hit record anyway.
I have also hit
Hello,
record.
everybody. Yes,
Hi,
yes,
everybody.
we have recording. This is happening. This is a FPS with me and my friend who's called.
It's me. I'm Mark.
Yay! It's exciting, and you all know who I am because you hear me all the time. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Mark, and I will be playing Blink Lightly.
And I will be playing two characters? Question mark. One of whom is What the Horse. If you haven't listened to Get a Horse, I recommend doing that before this game because, yeah, this follows the events of that. Mark, do you want to set the scene or shall I?
Well, if you're kind of gonna do like the opening, it's almost like a prologue, right? So why don't you?
Okay. Delta, who is Deltasong Danger, who is not expired like he is supposed to be, is vamoosing, is getting his caboose out of Toontown because he has definitely sort of worn out that possibility. So he's on his way to Ghibli. And they are traveling together, What the Horse and Delta, and they are having a conversation because they just met and what is getting filled in on stuff. So now I have a conversation with myself for about 2 minutes, which is
Have
going to be
fun.
weird. Mm. So let me get this right. You woke up after a great big explosion that you think you caused but ain't none too sure about on account of you being unconscious at the time. Find out some big Yakuza fella bit it because of aforementioned kaboom. And then you ran off and pretended to be likewise exploderated so if the bad guys thought you killed the bad guy, they wouldn't go after your family. Or kill me again. And yes, that's about the size of it, but I don't you go reeling it off like some on the previous episode intro like that to anyone, or else I'm guessing we'll both find out if that rumor about mobsters chopping off horses' heads and putting them in people's beds is true or not. Well, don't you sweat. I already gave you my word, which leads me to wondering why you ain't told your family. They wouldn't rat you out none if they love you as much as you do them. It's not. Look, I'm an actor and a liar, proficient in pretending. My family, they aren't. Certainly not the kids. And if someone put the squeeze on them or used a spell to make them tell the truth, I can't take that risk. I'm already at risk. That doofus Bob from the fair who saw through my disguise seems mighty nice to me. And there's a bat, a little white bat kid. He found out about it too. And then there's dog, and maybe she'll be okay with keeping it a secret. Then what gives a shake of the head as she's walking. So yeah, Delta is like riding this horse and having a conversation. If anybody was listening, it would just sound like horse noises because he's using speak with animals because he's a Frankenalley. It sounds to me like you ought to trust people more. Sounds to me like you ought to trust people less. You don't know the world the way I do. People just use you and throw you under the bus when they've got what they wanted. Ah, come on now. Not everybody's like that. There's plenty mean folks, sure, but they're a minority. Why, I bet the next person we meet will be nice as pie. And this, the idea of a bet against him being right, petty old Delta, is enough to rankle him into pulling Watt into a halt so he can grab some materials from the saddlebags. Oh, you want to bet? Fine. I've been meaning to try this idea for a new disguise anyway. Just you watch. I'll make myself into the most harmless, easygoing, easy to take advantage of old badger you've ever seen, and you are going to eat your words when someone does just that. And he snips 2 holes in a stripy sock and yanks it over his head, muttering, "And this time I can use glue," as he sticks on a shiny black nose. For he is now Brock O'Lee, a blind old badger, complete with a flat cap and Muppet-born fabric skin. For those listening, in order to sell the con and make the better solid one, Delta will have his eyes shut for the entire time he's playing Brock, so this should be interesting as the end of me talking to myself.
Great. Beautiful. So, you two continue on your way. You mosey on into the town of Yada Yada, which is on the border of the area known as, are we saying Texas Canada?
Yeah, Tetsu Canada.
Texas Canada? Well,
Oh,
It's very silly. I
dance to
love it.
Canada. It's awful. I adore it. Credit to Uni for all the
Oh, it's
horrible pun
beautiful.
names. It's just amazing.
And the town of Yada Yada is a place where people have all kinds of little problems, to which they're hoping passersby have solutions. People tend to be a little bit occupied with their own thing, far too much to be helping out anyone else with their thing. So adventurers either tend to go here to find some work to do or to skip this town over entirely, lest they get caught up in a cycle of, oh, help me, oh, do you have a moment, and so on and so forth.
Cool. Also, me and Mark discussed what this place would look like, and if any of you are familiar with the backgrounds in Osamatsu-san or Mob Psycho, it's like something like that, so kind of stylized and very brightly colored, and it's like, yay! I love this. I love this setting.
Yeah, so, Brock, you've just entered town. Why don't you do me a favor and just make a quick perception check?
Oh, good. I have a big fat 0 in perception,
I'm
and I mean, like,
I'm
I'm
so
blind.
torn if I should make you roll with disadvantage.
Yeah? Do you want me to? I can.
Yeah, I kind of have an
I'm
idea of
new to
what I
being
would do if you failed anyway.
cool. Okay, that's a 10 already. That's pretty bad. Okay, 10. All right,
Right.
straight half.
We'll take the 10. So you've entered this town, you're kind of walking through one of the main thoroughfares. No one has stopped you just yet. Are you
Okie
still
dokie.
riding on top of what?
She is my seeing horse right now.
You're seeing eye horse?
Mhm.
All right,
So
well,
yeah, I mean, yeah, Delta is just trusting to luck right now for quite a lot of reasons, but also what isn't completely stupid. She can like avoid the worst things. So yeah.
yeah. All right, well, as you guys are walking down, you see that there's a few cars stopped, and as Watt moves forward, one of her hooves kicks like a wrench. And
I think she'd probably say, "Ah, shoot, that hurt."
oh,
Yeah, I mean, those are
well,
heavy. Nope.
um,
Okay.
and so she's kicked this kind of skitters across the pavement, and you hear from below you, "Oh, excuse me, would you mind actually bringing that back over here?" And if you quote unquote look down, oh my god, you're never gonna know what
Okay.
he looks like. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's part of the fun of this one.
Well, the camera's gonna pan down. So we have that as at our disposal. It's a little rubber hose tune stylized like a desk lamp, who has currently has one hand occupied holding something in place, and the other one is pointing to where that wrench went. It looks like he is changing a tire.
I'm terribly sorry, but I appear to have caused you some sort of problem. Can you describe it to me? I cannot see.
Oh, well, shoot. Um, no, your horse just accidentally kicked a wrench I needed for this next part. Do you wanna?
That's all right. Oh no, don't you worry. I can find it just fine. You stay here now, what? And Delta gives a sort of solid pat of an already "I told you so" fashion because he's already come across someone who wants something, and he's going to dismount Watt and guess where the wrench is. How do you want me to go about finding this wrench?
I mean, you could make a roll if you like, or
Mm-hmm.
we can say you do it because, again, this is like an established thing of your character. And if we have you, I mean, eventually you will find it, right? It's that kind of thing.
Fair
Because if
enough.
we did like pass or fail for this whole thing, that would
Yeah,
get
that'd be a lot.
really tedious really quickly, and we would never get anything done. How about
Okay,
you
I'm
make a
gonna roll a
roll?
20. I'm gonna roll a 20 to see how fast I find it.
Yeah, or like maybe investigation. Do you have an ad?
Well,
Do you add for investigation for anything?
it wouldn't change much. I think I have like a plus. Okay, I have a +2 in
All right, it's
investigation,
an
but
11 instead of
an
a 9.
11 isn't 11 isn't that quick, and that makes sense. Like, I mean, Delta has never had to do this game before, and he's very much treating this like a game. So he plays blindman's bluff with this wrench, but eventually his fingers find it, and he will hold it up, but he can't actually, I'm assuming he's got turned around. He can't remember where this voice was now.
I think
I seem to have
I
found
think
her.
he knows where the voice is because as he's been going, Blink has just been like, Oh, no, it's a little to the left. No, over that. No, you're going the wrong way, actually.
Here you go.
That's the one.
And
Thank you very much. And he very quickly wraps up his task at changing this tire. He tightens the bolts, and it looks as good as new. You can see there's another Toon who was on the other side of the car. I think just for the sake of this, camera's still on you. It's a far away shot, and they're just kind of chatting,
mhm.
and Blink does some kind of like little laugh or something, and they shake hands, and Blink is done with this. They get in their car, they leave, and Blink turns back over to you and says, "Hi, I don't think I actually introduced myself. My name is Blink Lightly. It's nice to meet you."
Blink.
He
What an
holds out a hand to
interesting name.
shake. Again,
Delta finds the hand and does what a blind person would do, and finds Blink's face to feel it.
oh, hi.
What an interesting face you have. And I mean, we kind of know what Blink looks like. What does Blink feel like?
See, this is a great question that I've never been able to give the answer to, but I have thought about. I mean, see, and that's the weird part is his face, but the outside of his head does feel like a pretty normal metal. It probably has a little bit of like warmth to it, as if a bulb has been left on. His actual face, see, now the thing is, you would think it's like shadow, but honestly, I do think it's just kind of I don't know, it's just like a surface. I can't, I
Is it
don't
like
have a
matte
better,
so it doesn't reflect light?
yeah, pretty much. Um,
Yeah, Delta has, I'm just gonna say, like, Delta has no idea what he's dealing with. Like, he's never had to feel a person's face in order to deduce what they look like. He was expecting something resembling a conventional face. He was like expecting to try and
wrecked.
figure out if it was a Toon or a real kind or a Muppet
He
born.
knows it's probably a Toon at this point.
Yeah,
I imagine rubber
okay. I
hose,
mean,
like, their, like, quote unquote skin, which is, I guess, as close to whatever
mm,
Blink has going on, but it's not like skin,
yeah,
it's, you know, but whatever that feels like, rubber hose material. Maybe it just feels like rubber, I don't know. You know what? I'm
who
gonna say
knows?
that.
And
It feels kind of like rubber.
he nods as sagely as he can whilst being completely bewildered and says, well, it's very nice to meet you. I hope I didn't cause you too much inconvenience. My name is Brock. Brock Odie. It is very nice to meet you.
Hello, and yeah, no problem. I'm, there's all kinds of stuff to do around here. So,
A very busy individual, aren't you?
yeah, I like to help out. It's kind of what I do. Um,
We are very like souls. And again, Watt, having been found by Delta's slightly flailing hand, gets a sort of overly friendly pat on the face and a sort of "I told you so."
oh, and your horse, hi. Blink does not speak to animals, but like, of
You
course,
hear
not
a
speak with animals. He speaks to animals, but cannot understand them.
yeah, you get a sort of snort, which Delta knows is a howdy.
Excellent. Hmm.
Well, if that's all, then I'll be on my way, I suppose. Could you give me a hand getting back up, young man? Or person?
Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna have at this point, in the middle of Blink trying to help you back up onto this horse, he's not very strong.
Mm.
I mean, I guess if we're getting close to anime land, uh, they're probably stylized kind of like that. Basically, like a young man comes
Young
over
man.
and
Sorry.
well, there is a need to feel down for this young lad, who comes over and again, I'm describing this for the sake of the camera and the audience. Um,
Mm.
is looks as if he can't really see very much either. Is squinting and kind of walking forward like Frankenstein style with the arms outstretched, or
Yes.
is just says, um, excuse me, is that? And you think I'm gonna say he was attracted by the fact that Watt is all white, right?
Mhm.
So that's like
This is true.
a definite shape that you could make out if you can't see details.
Yeah, I think I have experienced what this poor individual is going through. Very short-sighted myself.
um, can someone help me, please? And I think
And there is a gut instinct to get back on the horse and escape as quickly as possible. But no, Delta is petty as hell and sort of pats Blink to let him stop trying to get him back on the horse, which is
I
clearly
almost
not working.
yeah.
Oh yes, what can we do for you?
Um, I lost my glasses, but well, lost is one word for it. They were stolen?
Oh dear, that's extremely unfortunate.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea of the villain that has apprehended your ability to see? I'm sure if I had that at all, I would be most affronted.
yeah, well, you see, there's kind of there's like this bird that
A bird?
it lives around town.
You mean the bird stole your glasses?
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean,
well,
and I kind of know. I'm pretty sure I know where they it lives too. I just
well, that's a different matter. I was about to say I would be happy to help, but it's rather difficult for a person as myself to find a bird. However, my friend here, I believe, might be able to help me in helping you. What do you say, Blink?
oh yeah, absolutely. So you said you know where this bird is? Yeah, I So the thing is, I mean, in theory, I could probably go over there myself and get whatever it is. Get the. I mean, it's a pretty aggressive bird. Is the thing.
Um, what and Delta sort of have a mind moment where like Delta is effectively like elbowing what in the ribs, but what is just like this don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. What is determined to see this out to the end, and yeah. So what do we do? Do we follow this individual
Yeah,
to said location?
yeah. I think this again young man um who you learn his name is Louis Louis Czar, and he takes you to this kind of like smallish park area. There's a pond on the far side, and he points with a trembling finger to the other side of the pond and says,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, it lives over there. I'm pretty sure that it ran off with him. Um, is can I
I'm
maybe
sorry, laughing at the
ask you
name.
guys? Oh, did it click?
Yeah. Oh no, immediately.
Oh,
Oh, you're horrible. Okay. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
got
yeah.
plenty. Yeah, I I've had maybe more than one encounter with this bird. He's clearly very scared of
May
this
I
bird.
ask what Brock is sort of sensing this, and while Brock is not at all afraid, Delta is kinda because Delta is, like has had a hard year. He was not as cowardly before last year as he is now, but yeah, he doesn't really like the idea of going in blindly into this situation. Haha. And yes, he's like, could you give us some clue as to what kind of a bird this is? They are very different in their habits, after all.
Oh yeah, oh what's it called? It's one of those water ones. It's one of those water ones it's like white and it's a menace.
I'm actually just gonna roll a d2. I have to do this sometimes to make decisions. For the
Go for it.
one is the good thing, two is the bad thing. Oh, I see. So all water birds look the same to you? And Brock is accidentally kind of annoyed.
No. Well, and again, you can't see this. He gestures to his face. I can't. I mean, a lot of things look the same right now.
Oh, well, I suppose I can understand that. Blink, you appear to be more gifted in the side department amongst the three of us right now. How about you have a look?
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna have Blink make a quick perception check, actually, just to see what he sees.
Mm-hmm.
Blink, what was your perception?
You can always roll to hear, but
Oh, here is also a good one. Do you want to make a roll as well? If you're doing
yeah,
if
sure.
you're doing hearing, it's not at disadvantage.
Okay.
Wow.
2 though. I mean, we have to remember, Brock has a sock over his head. Like, he has actually got a sort of muffling layer. So,
I
man,
mean, that's
Delta's really giving
sure.
himself a job here.
You
can't hear shit.
You can't hear very much. Blink can see, well, there's kind of some motion over there. How about we just go over and take a look? I mean, if it's, that can't be too bad.
I think you will have to have a look. I can come and have a listen.
Okay, yeah, let's do that then. And you go on over. As you round the corner, oh man, how aggressive is this bird?
I mean, knowing what I do about what I think this bird is, kinda. It's a wonderful day in the village, and this is a horrible D&D game.
What kinds of birds exist? I have to look up stats.
There are many. There are many birds. What, you mean in D&D?
Yeah, this I should have actually looked up.
I would just make it up, man. I mean, this is a very unique creature. Much as the rabbit in Monty Python has its own D&D 5e stats, which I encourage anybody who is curious to look up because they are frightening. Just go with your gut about like what this bird's abilities are. A notorious bird that we do not know the name of yet.
Blink was going first. All right, so you hear a very loud and Blink going, oh,
It made your mic cut out.
Oh, really? Sorry then.
I got the first half of it. It's fine. I know what the noise was. I guessed.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to make a performance or deception roll to disguise his reaction to this, aren't I?
If you want. Again, you can hear Blink just saying, wow, hold on. And you hear some ruffling around.
I mean, it's a 15. He manages to bite his lip before he bursts out laughing.
And oh, do you still have Speak with Animals on? What's the time like on that?
Yeah, I will just have a look for that because I mean I can use it 3 times a day, but it's he won't really want to have to do that. It lasts for 10 minutes, so yeah, it's probably over by now.
All right. So you really can just hear this kerfluffle. Let's see how well Blink does. What is Blink even gonna do? I guess restrain is what he would try to do.
Oh, Delta wants to watch this so badly, but he can't. He wants the entertainment.
Okay, hang on. That's Blink. He can't.
What did you roll? You have to describe what's going on.
That was Blink is again. You cannot see any of this. I like to imagine kind of an extended cut on Brock's face as all these sounds happen in the background. Or like side of the screen, like the dust clouds coming out as Blink is trying to restrain this horrible bird. Oh god.
I mean, I think Brock is going to say, "Oh, so it's a goose. Isn't that interesting, What?" And I don't think What is replying so much as like shuddering because I mean, What gets to watch this. So
Yeah,
I think What would be pretty amused.
Blink tried to jump. onto this goose. He missed. The goose came back around. I think at this point, Blink is probably like on the floor, like protecting his head as this goose harasses him from different angles. Ah! Ah!
Oh my goodness. All right, steady on. I will do what I can. And Brock is going to use Mage Hand and try and use that with I mean, guess he's gonna guess where this bird is and try to help by
Just keep going
holding
around
it still.
slapping until you hit it.
Okay, yeah, that happens. He
happens.
does, however, have a sort of a knowledge of geese. So he
Sure.
knows that if you hold a goose on a particular part of its neck, which, fun fact for those listening, David Attenborough would be proud, geese hurl each other by grabbing each other by the neck and like just swinging them out. So like, if you have a particularly aggressive goose, you just grab it by the neck, not too tightly, and just huck it, and it dazes them slightly, and then they will fuck off. So yeah, he just gets that part of the goose, hopefully.
Damn, I want to make you roll something just to see like how effectively this goes. You want to make like a dex roll or maybe an attack roll?
An attack roll or a dex roll? I mean, like,
I guess it would be a dex attack.
Yeah, okay.
Make a
Well,
dex
I mean,
roll.
it's a +3. It's a +3. Let's see what happens.
Oh
21!
yeah. Oh yeah, you get this guy.
Hey!
You get this guy.
Goose senses.
So it does, I mean, like anything, I think it does take you just a moment until, there's like, and then, as you get this thing on the neck. And you huck it across this little park area.
Sorry about that. I really do feel rather bad about it. He doesn't at all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brock. I thought my goose was cooked.
Oh dear, wait, was the goose wearing the glasses? I did not think to check.
Oh, I didn't feel any glasses when it was, coming after me. Let's look.
Well, perhaps
maybe
you
over
ought
here?
to investigate the nest, perhaps?
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Blink pretty quickly finds that, like, just a little more around the bend. You would call it a nest of sorts. There's all kinds of,
bells. So many bells. You don't
there's
know
bells, there's a lot of different shiny things, a lot of just random. Is that a knife? Okay, we don't want to think too hard about that.
No.
There is a pair of glasses amongst the chaos. And Blink,
In what repair are they? Are they broken? That would be so
that's
bad.
a great question. You know what?
Oh,
They're fine. You know what? They're fine.
a bit
For this, they're fine. Yeah, there's a little scratch, but they're otherwise perfectly operational. And Blake just says, "Aha!" He holds them up, and you don't see what it is.
Sounded like a sound of victory.
Oh yeah, I found them.
You get polite, of course.
He comes back over to you, and then just says, "All right, let's give these back to that kid. He seemed like really scared."
So you're not asking for a reward? You really just do this to help people?
Oh yeah, I like to help.
Brock nods understandingly while Delta inside is like, what the fuck? No, what? Okay. And this time it is Watt doing the sort of behind what Brock's head.
There's a sound that could be like the horse exhale, but it also could be like a little chuckle.
Yeah. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Shut up. Okay.
And you bring it back to this kid, and he's very thankful, all that good stuff. Unless there's anything else you want to say to him, I think Luzar will be on his way.
Yeah, that's fine. And again, Brock is about to say, well, this was lovely, and inside is cursing himself because like, like this could construe what being correct. No, I'm gonna get out of here because this isn't working out for me. And then you hear
Oh. Hello?
I mean, you want to perceive?
Oh, we could perceive, huh? That's an
Perceive.
option.
I mean, I'm gonna perceive too because like that's a noise. Yeah, it's a 13. Vague idea where it is.
Five. That was a natural one.
The dog runs straight into you and you fall over on your ass.
Oh, very, very comical. He like flips in the air a couple times. Oh.
Yeah, again, Delta wishes so badly that he could have seen that, but this is the payment for his hubris. And the dog is now sort of bouncing between the two of you. It's a sort of a very fluffy. Oh God, I can't remember the name of them. I think it's like a Welsh corgi. Very flowing fur. It's like brown and white, and very intelligent looking. Has a pointy nose, and is sort of going between the two of you, and then pointing in a direction with its snout.
Hi, hello. Blink gets up. He's dizzy.
Okay, I think Brock would actually resort to using speak with animals because my God. Okay, shut up, shut up. I mean, he really likes dogs. Is the thing about Delta, so he actually would bother to do this. And he's what? What's that? Timmy fell down a well. Baka! Oh, an idiot fell down the well. Okay. Well, it appears that we are needed once again because a person of limited intelligence has fallen down a well somewhere. Would you take us to him? And the dog goes and goes and zips off in a direction.
Okay.
What do you do?
Blink stands up, takes one step in the wrong direction, then turns around and goes to the correct direction.
Okay. And the dog actually leads you down. Yeah, the dog leads you down an alley, and it's actually quite narrow. So Delta bids farewell to Watt, and is secretly pleased about this because then he can make up what happens next, so that he won.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they go. I don't know what else to.
I mean, I will ask you this: you are accommodating someone who cannot see. How does Blink help this person? Because you're going down like it's sort of one of those narrow. It's not quite a back alley. It's just like a gap between the houses that's probably existed for a long time, and it's not that easy to make it down.
Would it be wild? Would it be wild if I said like he goes for the handhold?
Absolutely. I mean, sure. Why not?
For guiding purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he like takes your hand and just says, "Okay, follow me," and he just like kind of it guides you. Occasionally he'll say something like, oh, there's a step, stay to the right. There's like a trash can, like just stuff like that as you are going." He has almost a running commentary on like what you're passing by. He definitely says many things that are not like specifically relevant, like, "Oh, there's a cute little bakery over there."
Oh no, that's really nice. Like that's good. And like Delta starts to appreciate what you're doing because like, oh yeah, he can smell the Chelsea buns from that thing. Oh yeah, he did touch the edge of that trash can with his foot and really he did not want to fall in there. So I'm gonna make a dex save at advantage to see how he okay, that's a nat 20. I think he's fine, don't you?
It's good. Yeah, no, he's great.
Damn, that blind luck.
They run right through this town.
Yeah, and I think because that happened so well, even the hard, calloused heart of Deltasong Danger is starting to think you're quite a nice person, and you eventually go out of the end of this ginnel, and you are in. Again, it feels like this is a part of the town has been here way longer than most of the buildings here. You know, like it was built on a settlement, and then that settlement was built on, and that was built on. But this is a thing that hasn't been used for a while, but it's still here, and there is a well, like a traditional looking, very old-fashioned stone well. It had sort of a wooden house hut thing over the top, but that's kind of decayed and crumbled. It is a bit spooky back here, but like it's a well, and the dog is sitting by the well, wagging.
Okay. Well. I think Blink is.
Find the well, or are you just saying well?
No, there is a well, but it doesn't look very well maintained at all.
Well, it ought to.
Oh well.
Oh my God, this is awful. Bad jokes everywhere. Okay. Oh, space. No.
I think Blink is gonna go up to it, He probably like brings you up to it before he lets go of your hand, and he's gonna take a quick look down in there, turns light on, and just
Amazingly.
looks.
Oh, you turn the light on. I was going to say, like, it's dark, but you made the amazing Foley click click sound, and you shine your lights down into the gloom, and are surprised after some searching because it's quite deep. It is a deep well. You see, of all things in the world, sort of glittery sequins, and then you sort of you're a bit puzzled, and then you realize what you're looking at. There is a young-ish man, like in his 20s, with a bowl haircut sort of thing, wearing sunglasses at the bottom of a well, wearing, rather tight-fitting jeans, and but his shirt is just sequins, and he's just standing at the bottom of this well, leaning against the wall, and he looks up because there's a light shining down. He's like, "Hey,
Hi, are do you need a hand?
oh well, maybe I do, maybe I don't, maybe I came here on purpose. But my brothers, you see, they said there was this chick hanging out by this well, and I was just like, oh, madame, I cannot leave her down there. That's terrible. So I came and had a look, and it must have been a joke of theirs because I felt a little push, and then I came. But I'm just fine. I'm just fine. You want to
Okay.
make an insight roll then?
So Blink's just gonna accept that. Sure.
Oh my god.
What was your insight?
This is Marakatsu, by the way. Anybody who's listening, it will mean something to some of you. An 18? Okay, for an 18, you absolutely deduce that his brothers totally tricked this doofus into coming to this well and then shoved him in the back and then left him down the well.
That's not very nice, is it?
Oh, it's not.
Hmm.
I'm also going to make a performance for Brock right now. 11. Oh dear, he doesn't manage to quell the giggles quite so much this time. He's sort of. It looks like he's having a sort of a hard time coughing, and yeah, no, he's just like, oh my god, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard of. Having some flashbacks to fun times with his cousin.
Wow. That's where you are. Do you want to get out of there? Then I imagine.
And he does the pushing his glasses up onto his nose and looks aside, and it looks like he's gonna be like, I can get out of here anytime I want, and then he says, yes please, I would like to get
out. Okay. I think like at that point takes a moment, like steps back and just like puts on like a thinking face. No, you know what? He reaches into his
Doesn't
pocket.
he get a light bulb?
No, hang on. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a little hat, puts it on. Thinking cap.
Yes.
It's his thinking
God.
cap.
We need to make a thinking cap for Glorp's shop.
We should actually. Ooh.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Now, Blink doesn't necessarily have anything that's like great for this.
Okay.
Damn, he doesn't even have his rope anymore.
Does he not? He doesn't have a rope.
He has.
God.
He has a rope now. He just doesn't have the cool rope.
Well, if you have a rope, that's something. I mean, Brock is recovering from his coughing fit. Well, what a pickle. Do you think we ought to help? You did say you're very good at helping.
Yeah, I have a rope, so we can do something with that. I think Blink is going to look around for something to tie it to.
Okay, I will say that, again, it's kind of in the back of buildings. It's like there aren't any trees back here. There is the well itself, and there are these sort of, rather rotten looking pieces of wood where there used to be another structure over the top of it. But yeah, I'm going to make life difficult for you, and there really isn't that much to tie it to. I mean, you could investigate, and if you do really well, I could invent something.
Sure. Can I also ask, how deep is this well?
How deep is this well? Is this well? It's pretty damn deep, actually. It's like 5 Marikatsu stacked on top of each other.
So is that more or less than 30 feet?
I can't math. I don't think it's more than 30 feet, though. Otherwise, he would be very tall.
Okay,
Sorry, the
okay.
coughing
I'm gonna
directly
have
into
Blink
the
make a
mic.
quick investigation.
Yeah, go for it.
Blink was I keep having to look at these again.
Fine, I'm also just gonna roll something. Ignore that. That means nothing.
Okay. No. I mean,
Okay,
do you know what this means? That if he can't find something to tie it to?
I do. I feel like Blink, with that 7, just walks around the well like
He
3
walks
times
around the
looking.
well like 3 times, looking. He can't find anything. And he just goes, hey, Brock, do you think you could hold this? And he hands you one end of the rope.
I am again going to make a performance because he's horrified. Oh, a 25. Okay, every fiber of Deltasong's being is repulsed by this idea because it means like physical labor and helping. Oh God, it's the way. But with a 25, he's a very good actor. The engineer's training serves him well, and he nods graciously and takes hold of the rope. And he is holding onto the rope. That 5 I wrote before. You hear a sort of, you are you the babe that they were telling me? Ah!
Oh, what? What? Hello? Is that down in the well?
I found the lady in the well, but I don't think I like the lady in the well.
Oh, Blink's gonna look down there again.
There is Marikatsu, who is sort of running in very small circles away from this really spooky looking thing, and it's like it's a lady, you're pretty sure, but she's got all her hair flopped down in front of her face, and she's wearing this white gown thing. She looks like she might be tangible or not.
Okay, hold on. Blink is gonna toss the other end of the rope down. He's gonna say, grab this! And I want to see how this part goes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's going to try and make a dex save to grab a hold of it. He's actually got an okay dex. 15, is that good enough?
Yeah, he definitely can grab it. Now, my... Delta's not particularly strong now, is he?
Mm-hmm.
I will
Delta
say...
is not strong.
Blink is also helping. Can you make a strength check as well?
Yeah,
Blink has rolled a 13.
Let's see how bad this goes.
I don't know how heavy this person is.
I mean, I'm gonna say he does have athletics. Could this count as athletics?
I'll let it slide, yeah.
Okay, what was that? Okay, I actually have a +2, because noble background, baby. He did sports. Okay, 17. That's not awful, but it's not great.
Alright. Wait,
I mean,
this one's your challenge. You gotta do this one.
What? Okay, I mean, you have Marikatsu hanging on to the end of this rope. He is petrified. He is not in a state to climb very much. Like, his feet are doing the windmilling thing.
Okay, we've got him up and like maybe away from immediate danger, but also...
Yeah. But also, there is a thing at the bottom of this well who's kind of pissed off that something else came down into its well. Its job is to climb out of the well and look spooky, and, having pretty boys landed at the bottom of the well is kind of annoying.
Alright, Blink is gonna let go of the rope and hop over the little wall and fall into the well. Before he hits the ground, he's gonna cast Featherfall.
What? Okay, I'm gonna make a strength save to make sure that Delta doesn't get pulled into the well when you go on the fucking rope without warning him. A 19. Okay, there's this amazing moment.
No, you rolled a nat 20. Moment.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
So what happens is the luck is with me today. This is crazy. Blink, you do your amazing swan dive into the well without telling Brock the blind badger about what you're about to fucking do. And some instinctual, perhaps supernatural force assists Delta because like he is weedy. Like I'm not gonna make this that he hulks out suddenly, but he manages to like basically get snagged on the well. His big shabby coat of his disguise has saved his ass. So like luck has basically given me that nat 20.
Excellent.
So you are very solidly attached to the outside of this this well by like a large metal pin. It's not even like the woody bit. With a nat 20, I think I can get myself that. However, Brock is like, yeah, a bit surprised by this event, and says, "Is everything all right?" I'm assuming not.
You can hear Blink's voice now, like kind of echoey, saying, "Yeah, it's okay."
Okay. The
Deduce
temptation to
from
look is
that
so
what you
clear.
will.
I mean, you're now going down the well. What the fuck is going on now?
Yeah, he tries
What
to time it so that he gets down there pretty quick and then just doesn't get hurt when he hits the bottom.
I mean, I have to do the gag. I have to do the gag. Blink, you abseil down the rope and smash straight into Marikatsu and have a very nice soft landing on the bottom of the well.
Ow.
Marikatsu is going to take. What do you
No,
think?
hang on. I
Blink?
cast Featherfall.
Okay, in that case, you elegantly glide and do not collide comically with the squishable Marikatsu, who looks absolutely petrified. He has that blue gauze shading on his face, like all anime toons do when they are absolutely frightened beyond all sense. And any semblance of the cool persona he had badly put on before has just evaporated. He's just
depending on how
bad lady.
Depending on how solidly he was hanging onto the rope, Blink probably did kind of run into him. I can't imagine the well is super wide.
Okay, I'll make a strength saving throw for him.
Which I mean, he's not falling in a way that would get hurt. Oh my god!
And that one, he does just get knocked off the rope because he's so paralyzed.
He gets knocked off the rope. I don't think he takes the damage from the fall. It's not really that far, right?
He's not that far. But
maybe
he
gets
is
the
now
wind knocked out of him.
He's now curled up on the floor in a fetal position with a ghastly ghoul thing very close.
Yeah, Blink positions himself in between this ghoul and this terrified person, and just says, "Excuse me." Actually, I imagine you probably don't like this guy hanging out in here. We're actually trying to get him out of here, which I think you also want. So, I think is that a yes? One moan.
I want you to make a whiz save. I'm sorry, my gosh. Why are you talking to this spooky thing? Oh my god, this is not how I expected this to go.
One hiss for yes, two hisses for no.
Oh, Blink, I love you so much. Don't die. Oh no. Oh no. You are paralyzed with fear. That was whole person, but you are paralyzed with fear. You're completely. I mean, like, can Blink talk without moving? Considering lack of mouth, but I don't know.
Probably not. I mean, we've bent it before.
Okay.
I think Blink just kind of yelps.
Okay, that would definitely give Delta a tip off, and then there's this sort of eerie silence afterwards.
I mean, and also the fact that now the rope is not heavy anymore.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's several levels of alarming, and you know, I normally at this point I would be rolling the D2 to make the good or bad decision, but I don't want to leave Blink down the well. And anyway, he's pretending to be Brock, who is a nice person, and. Yeah, also Blink has been really nice. Blink has been really nice. Blink is just a baby. Oh my god. I love Blink.
Good boy.
So he deduces that something has gone awry. He doesn't really want to call attention to himself though, so he uses message, so he can whisper very, very quietly. And Blink, you can just hear this in your head and you can reply to it, you know, because I say so. And no one else will be able to hear you. So the message says, it sounds as if something has gone rather wrong. Can you tell me what? Could Could you be a little more descriptive? This is so funny. Oh my god. I mean, can be more descriptive, or is he just like too shocked?
Scary lady, scary lady, scary lady, scary lady.
There was a lady at the bottom of the well. Okay. He doesn't like this at all. He doesn't like this at all. What is? Oh my god! This was supposed to be your problem to solve. I'm like,
I know. I'm so sorry. Blake is now paralyzed, and there's nothing I can do.
Okay, I think because scary lady at the bottom of the well, he is like, I don't know what this is, but that doesn't sound like anything from this world. And he sort of instinctively, and I'm gonna bullshit this because it says touch, but like he's touching the rope, and oh no, maybe I can't do it. I mean, like, I wanted to cast protection from evil and good, but I don't think I can do that actually. Okay, let's find something else.
How good are you at manipulating the rope?
I mean, yeah, okay, what's your solution for Brock? What
no, I'm just saying I would let that happen because I think it's fun. If you can if you could like lasso Blink. So that you're both touching
that would be amazing. Rope. Okay, yeah, all right. I'll try and make a dex roll to try and wiggle the rope towards at least Blink. Like, you know, he knows there's someone else at the bottom of the well.
He doesn't care about that other person. They haven't been nice yet.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Another Are you shitting me? This is spooky, guys. This is spooky. This is actual Gladstone Gandalf level. Like, never mind the bootleg
another
version.
Wisdom. Presumably, it's, you know, if we were doing in turn order, I think they can make one at the end of their turns. But like, shit,
absolutely. Man. But the thing is, like, you know what I think happens with a nat 20 and protection from evil and good. This rope doesn't get to Marikatsu. It doesn't get to Blink. It goes onto the ghost, and she's basically electrocuted with this, you know, deity imbued good power. And yeah, this spell grants you protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fields, and undead. So basically, this ghost is really incapacitated because it's like the equivalent of having a high voltage electricity cable being dropped on her head, and her genre of being spooky is completely undone by the power of toonish comedy, and you even get like the different funny dance poses with the skeleton. And she wails gastily and just disappears because what? No, this is no. This is she's gonna just leave and come out when, you know, the movie comes out. This is too degrading, and the ghouly ghosty thing has disappeared.
Yeah, I think that Blink probably breaks out of the thing now because the danger has passed.
It's gone, and a hold over you has gone.
Yeah, he just one of those like. Okay. Thank you.
There is a man sobbing on the floor, holding onto your feet.
Can I just say we actually do get him out with the rope? Maybe Blink like pushes up from the bottom. Like we're taking our time with this now. Like there's no hurry to try to do it.
Brock sets up a sort of pulley system around this large nail, and you manage to somehow get this weeping, sobbing mess of a man out of the well and drop him on the floor.
Solid.
And that's really basically where you're gonna leave him. And
so so Blink, I just want to say, Blink was at the bottom of the well. He then appears probably at the edge on the top of the well in a little puff of smoke. Ta-da!
I'm sure that would have been very impressive if I could see it. So.
Oh yeah.
Need a hand getting out of there?
No, I'm not in there anymore. That's fine.
Okay, well, I'm very proud of you. You were very brave.
He used Misty
I'm
Step.
not sure what you did, but you were definitely very brave.
He used Misty Step.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which
that's
he can teleport, but only himself, up to 30 feet to a place where he can see. So I figure the edge of the well, he could see that.
That's cool. Yes, and you have solved my ring well
Wow.
puzzle, sort of, and
Yeah,
there we go. That's the end of my
that we sure did
problem.
do that.
Would you mind awfully? Would you mind awfully if we just took a little break? That would be helpful
We
for my throat.
absolutely can do that. Yeah, I don't have too much more, so that's.
That's
But
awesome,
yeah,
man.
quick break. That's great. All right.
Moving on. We have escaped the well, and I'm assuming have gone back to like the main high street because ain't no point stayed back here with the
Yeah,
spooky well.
yeah. Scene change. Um.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you guys back on the street. I want to say like things kind of continue in this fashion for kind of the
Mhm.
rest of the day, the afternoon, whatever. Um, you guys go in and help some lady peel potatoes. You repair a roof for someone.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
should
I'm
I
gonna
say
roll a
some of
con
my
save.
should I say some of my pun
I'm gonna
names
roll a
that I'm
con.
not going to get to use otherwise?
Oh yeah, yeah. Please do, please do. Pun
All
names are
right,
good.
yeah, you peel potatoes for a lady called Anita Han.
Go on.
You fix the roof of a person whose name is Kenya Dewitt.
Oh my god.
Kenya Dewitt. Um, you clean out someone's garage. You help out a person called May B Dunn. Um,
Oh my. By the way, anyone who didn't get it, as well as being like yada yada yada, the name of the town is playing off Japanese yada, which means I don't want to.
also the like blah blah blah, yada
Yeah,
yada
blah
yada.
blah blah. It works in two languages. I love this name. I'm gonna make a con save to see how badly Delta is doing because he never does this shit. A 10. Oh god, he's so tired. Like this started out being fun and he does really like you, and some of them were like, okay, this is all right, and like some of these people are nice, but like now he's fucking done. He's done. He wants this to be over.
He voluntarily like signed up to do work. What did you think was
Yeah.
gonna happen?
But
Um,
he didn't, and then it just became a part of the character, and now he can't get out of it. And like every so
exactly.
often, they walk back in front of Watson. He's about to get back on her, and then
Someone
another
else
thing
comes
happens,
up.
and he's like, no, sort of dying inside.
Yeah.
And Watson just like,
Oh my
vengeance is mine.
god. Um, so yeah, the afternoon kind of continues like this in toward the evening. Um, I think at a certain point, Blink does notice that you're getting very, very tired. You know what? I think he's gonna go. He's gonna bring you back into town and take you to outside that pastry shop. And
Mm,
he ducks in really quick and comes back out, and he's got a couple of pastries and two hot chocolates.
that's awesome.
And
Like,
he
yes. Oh
gives you
god,
one
give
of
me the
each
sugar.
of those. Describe the
I
pastry
think
however you like, but
it's flaky and delicious. I mean, I
excellent.
am a sucker for a pain au chocolat, I have to admit. I
Mm-hmm.
think Brock has also become quite good at being fake blind. So like, especially because it smells nice and it's warm, and he's just
Yeah.
like, gimme, 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 gimme. And you have never seen anybody eat with this sort of veracity, and it's a bit surprising considering the gentlemanly disposition that he had been previously displaying. As it's just like, oh nom nom.
Yeah.
Need this in my body now.
Blink has said something like, I think we deserve a break.
Pardon? Yes, I. Oh, I was very, very much needed. Thank you very much.
You sit out like maybe on the curb or maybe there's like a bench or something nearby. You get a good look at kind of the townscape. There's like a market, it's like a little hill that uh
Mhm.
you can see people coming up and down it with their wares. Um and Blink just kind of takes a moment, relaxes. And I think he turns to you and just says, "All right, thanks for helping out today. It's been really fun."
Yes, well, I suppose. Yes, that is a word I could use to describe it. It has genuinely been pleasant to meet you.
Oh, likewise. Um, hope you don't get too delayed on your travels though.
Oh,
Where you headed?
delay. Got no deadline.
Oh,
Well, I used to travel fairly aimlessly just for the pleasure of it, and these days that is what I do.
well, that's nice. That's I'd
About
like to travel
you?
around. Oh,
You
me?
sound, or rather, I should say, you feel as though you're perhaps a little more westerly orientated originally, though I could be mistaken.
Oh, yeah, I'm yeah, kind of from over that away. I don't know. I like to travel around as well. Um, and this is a nice place. I mean, there's plenty to do, but
Certainly, it's
I
plenty to
I
do
like to help. It's what I do.
all the time.
I as often as I can. I yeah
Inside Delta's head, you can see the diagrams of the four panels of utter confusion surrounded by equations of what
yeah
what that meme, you know
doing
the
the
one.
math.
And he sort of shakes them away from his head, and is like, "You are a very enterprising, kind young person, aren't you?
Oh, you think so? I don't know. It's just kind of
May I ask you, may I ask you a potentially strange question?
well. Now you got me curious. Shoot.
Why?
Well, what do you mean? Why?
I mean, why? What do you get out of it? Or is it the opposite? Do you do it because you do not get anything out of it?
Um, I mean, helping is it's what I do. It's what I've always done. I and people always like it. You know, a lot of times, that people just are people are good, but sometimes they just need a helping hand, and a lot of times they end up being really nice, and I like to meet um nice new people.
Brock is doing that sort of slow, considerate nodding, and I want you to make an insight roll.
I will make an insight roll. Wait, did I
Yes,
give
this is
you?
a game where we do the dice rolls. Oh my goodness, that's a 20. That's a
That is
dirty
a
20.
20.
You get the feeling that even though Brock is sort of nodding, it's more of a considering nod than an absolute agreement nod, and there is almost a sort of, huh, that's interesting to it.
Yeah, they like eat their pastries for a little while. It's taken in. I imagine the sun has like started to go down.
Mm.
Getting in toward the evening.
So, what will you do now? Will you stay here?
Um, yeah, I might for a little while. I had to travel around, just to kind of find things to do, and um I like to go places, but so I might stay for a few more days, but then I'll probably head out and keep moving. Gotta keep moving.
You don't have any place that you can return to, then?
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but I needed a little bit of time away. You know,
Ah, yes, I do know that feeling very well.
but I mean, yeah, eventually I'll head back when when it's right, when it's the right time.
Well, may I offer you a little piece of unsolicited advice?
Sure.
And he manages to find you and gives you a sort of gentle-ish prod. And he says, "Don't take it for granted, place that you came from."
Hmm. Yeah, it's a little okay.
And he nods and finishes his hot chocolate. He says, "Well, I believe that concludes a very worthy day. I believe that I should allow my horse to find some stabling, and perhaps I shall move on in the morning, as you might as well.
Yeah. Do you really quick want to make an insight check for me?
Sure. Where is my insight? Okay, that's a +1. That's not super duper, but let's see what happens. 16. That's yeah, he's tired, man. He's also
16's pretty
still
good.
got his eyes shut.
But I mean, yeah, Blink's not very hard to read. Most of the time, he's a pretty, hard on the sleeve kind of person. Even if you can't see the sleeve. But he's gotten kind of a little bit wistful and a little sad. But yeah, I don't know if you want to do anything.
Yeah, 2. That's the not good thing. I'm
It's all
afraid that Brock is kind of exhausted, and Delta is also just super like, okay, I'm done. I did lots of good things. Thanks for the blessing, goddess, but I'm really tired now. Can I go to bed? So he doesn't poke further. Like if
That's
Blink
fine.
wants to keep talking about it, he figures he will. Nah.
I think at this point, this is gonna be a good time for you to hear from over the hill a shout of dismay.
Good.
And yeah, there's a shout of dismay, and you can see people rapidly moving out of the way of a cart that is very, very quickly gaining speed, rolling down this hill. And we have the thing where like the cart, like the camera's on the cart, and then it like the camera does that quick pan over to it's barreling right toward the Precious Puppies Choir concert fundraiser to benefit sick orphans.
How long did it take you to come up with that? Oh my god.
Not too long.
And I mean, I can't see this.
No, someone yells that. Someone yells that. Someone says, "Oh my god, it's barreling right it's barreling right toward the Precious Puppies Choir concert fundraiser to benefit sick orphans."
Oh my god, are you joking? Okay. I think, like Delta, or rather Brock, does the sort of hands pulling down his face thing, and like the sock kind of distorts for a moment, but it poings back into place before it becomes an issue.
Blink has already stood up and is like looking around and moving.
Blink, is there anybody on the cart?
No, I don't see anybody.
Good.
And I think they're like running toward it.
Oh, I want this cart to make a dex save.
Okay, I mean, I don't think a cart is very dexterous.
That's it. Like, otherwise I would be doing like there's a disadvantage. On the other hand, like I think it all balances out because Delta's blind, but it's a cart, so
yeah. No, I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Okay.
14.
Oh, that was close. Okay. I mean, Blink, you said you were running towards it.
Yep. He was starting to move toward it.
Okay, cool. Because you hear this sort of, and then boom, the cart explodes because Brock just cast Fireball, and it just took 20 fire damage, which is actually not that much. There were a bunch of ones in there. Wow,
yeah, wow.
Super low. But it is definitely at least on fire, and it is rather explosive V, because like Fireball is like a bomb. It's not actually a fireball, which is very misleading. How does that do? Like, does that stop it? Or have I just set the cart on fire, which is heading towards the puppy?
It's a cart. It doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Okay, cool.
I think you just exploded it on the spot. And there, like the wreckage of it just kind of comes to a stop at the bottom of the hill, but without going any further. You destroyed any momentum it would have had, and from the from the like smoldering wreckage, you can hear a pop, 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 pop. It was a shipment.
Oh God, it's popcorn.
It was a shipment of corn.
That's amazing.
So you get the
Free
little,
popcorn for the
you get everybody who does like the little like hooray, and like people are like catching it in their mouths like it's snowflakes. It's like,
God. Okay, I'm actually. Can I make a stealth check?
uh-huh.
Because what I want to do is try and get away while there's distraction. Because he doesn't want any more work. A 15. Does that work?
I think so. I'm just gonna do a quick
Yeah, like a counter, like check, like against that. That'll be fine.
no, I'm gonna let it work for your purposes. Yeah, you go. No one notices you leave.
Okay. Oh, not even blink,
That was what
baby.
the check was for.
Oh no, oh bless. But that's very much in the styling. So you might hear a clattering of hooves, but then you look around and Brock, the blind aged badger, has surprisingly quickly managed to mount What the Horse and Skidoodle. And you see nothing save a horse and badger shaped cloud, which is quickly dispersing.
All right. Yeah, I think Blink so just kind of goes, oh, okay, okay, bye.
Alas, I think you're too far away to reply to that. But yes, you get a free popcorn party, and I think that the people see there was only one person who was rushing towards that cart to help, and it was you, and
Oh,
they carry you aloft and celebrate the fact that you saved the puppy orphanage choir, whatever it was.
you want me to say it one more time?
Yeah, please.
The Precious Puppies Choir Concert fundraiser to benefit sick orphans.
I just love that so much. We need to bring this back in another game. This has to be a running joke, right?
And I think it's one of those things where like you see Blink like at the top of like all these people, and he's just like, oh, but actually but like he keeps getting kind of drowned out by people going like, thank you, thank you.
Yay! Delta is out of there, but he had a nice day. And as they're riding off, What says, "Told you so," and Delta says, "Shut up," and they carry on.
I want to do like the zoom out, like it zooms out, and then like it's up on top of this like town, like plan view on top of this town as it zooms out. And you can see in one area, like the square, like the market square, it's like this big crowd of people, and then you see like the one like small, like not like a dot, but like moving away,
Yeah,
riding off into the sunset.
hi all, and Iris out. Okay, that was great.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything else to add,
no,
but
that
that
was
was lovely. And
fantastic.
Blink is adorable and does not deserve to be affiliated with my garbage fire of a goose, but like this was great, and it did teach my garbage fire of a goose a good lesson.
Blink's happy to help.
He certainly is. Delta less so, but he was at least proven wrong in supposing that everybody is as big of a dirt bag as he is. So that was great. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I love playing with you. Your voice acting is superb.
Oh, thank
Your
you.
power, so good. Anyway, I love this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm still recording, so I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Well, same here. Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye.